Are we live?
Yes, we are.
Great. 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this glorious Esports Sunday. Today you are in for a treat. We do have the After Hours Gaming League coming to the League of Legends in week number 3. We have our matchup and we are all ready to go. We got Team Google versus Ernst Young, and you guys are here watching on TwitchTV in association with Day 9 TV organization. I'm the FourCourtJester and I'll be one of the hosts today on your camera, and my co-host today, PhantomL0rd. How are you doing, dude?
Woo! What's up? Doing
Thanks for
pretty
taking care of all the on-stream music. That Pandora was fascinating.
good. Try my best.
But yes, quite a treat. Day 9 TV bringing quality content here to League of Legends, getting industry giants involved in this. We do have Team Google, of course, the megalith that is the search engine, and Ernst & Young, one of the biggest, I believe, tax accounting firms in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. So we do have all 10 players, and just to show you guys what we are going to be up against, let's go over the rosters. So today we do have, again, Team Google versus Team Ernst & Young, and we're just going to quickly go over the lineups today. So Team Google, we do got Mokabite, Stazin, Leet Rooster, Gibranix, I think is how I say it, Aresmendi, Debum, Sundown, Absolute, Rustubs, Auraja, and J-Buck2. And I missed out on Craze and Oh My God Bear. In the game, we do have Mokabite, Debum, Absolute, Rooster, Ranix. So we did get all 5 of them in here. I believe Crazed is their team captain, but he was citing computer difficulties. So there is somebody actually subbing in for him from the team, which is why you do submit more than 5 players. You know, it's always good to have that backup ready to go. For Ernst & Young, we do got Plog, Rect, Chaosabot, like Cassiopeia bot. Yeah. Diesel John, Alkin, J Boogie 8917, Yexus Coco, Ultimate Death R, and Harmonious Fists. In attendance, we do have Rect, Harmonious, Plog, Yexus Coca, and Alcan. So we do got all 5 of them. We do apologize for the slightly delayed start to the game. There was some traffic issues cited, but don't worry, it's all good. Everyone is here, and as you may or may not be aware, we are going through our picks and bans. So without further ado, here we go with the picks and bans. Phantom, what do we have?
The first ban, we have Pantheon. Very interesting. Pantheon isn't normally banned, but this team, Google, might have some complications against that specific champion. So rolling him out as the first ban. Second ban by EY, I'll just be calling right now, is Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is a extremely strong mid laner. I'd say one of the top APs in the game right now. And the second ban from Google is Kennen. Kennen, of course, is a strong top laner and mid laner. Most of the time nowadays he's been played as a top laner. Also another strong AP. And third ban for EY, we're going to have Morgana. Morgana, of course, one of the most annoying mid laners in the game. She can't really be fought against 1v1 because she has her stun, her black shield as a defensive. More or less it's a farm lane, so you would have like Zillion or even Karthus, another champion that just farms well to even out the lane. It's not really a 1v1 battling. So that's an understanding ban. Google's third ban is Shaco. Of course, most people do not like that Shaco in the jungle. Popping over the walls, coming out and sneaking and taking someone down in a lane. His distance closer and the ability to jump over walls is just extremely strong. So that is a reasonable ban. And the first pick by EY, we have Sona. Sona, that's an interesting first pick. I think it's because they want to let Google do their first 2 picks and see what they kind of go with so that they can do their next, second, and third pick as a counter. That's what a lot of teams either do. They can do that for the first pick by picking Sona or another support or even just a jungler, just so they can be on the safe side. The other thing that most people do is they pick the OP champion. Skarner, you know, one of the really strong early junglers. He's sometimes picked to just be that really strong pick for the team to flash and ult in and take out that one person in a team fight. But they went ahead and picked Sona. The next pick by Google was Alistair Caitlyn. So Google reacted understandably by picking their support as well as their AD. So they locked in their bottom lane. That is just what would happen after both first picks are the support. And then EY responded with their second and third being the AD to finish up with that combo of Sona, MF. And they chose Udyr. Udyr can be a top laner or a jungler, so that's a very interesting pick. Google's really not going to know what lane, what position that Udyr is going in, so that's a really sneaky pick. I like these picks so far. I think they're going along very nicely. Third and fourth pick by Google, we have Maokai and Shyvana. Oh, two strong junglers. Interesting. Which one of them is going to be jungling? I do not know. I'm assuming the Shyvana will be top lane, most likely. Shyvana top lane has been really popular after the recent Kiev, as we saw M5 dominate with that Shyvana champion that was never usually picked that much before. I don't know about you, Jester, but I didn't see her picked at all before M5 brought it out and stomped on everyone.
I know Fnatic has been running it quite a bit in the EU circles, but I'm a little unsure other than St. Vicious here jungling it on the NA side.
Yeah. So that Maokai might be jungling. Maokai is a really strong jungler because he has that distance closer, which is in turn a stun as well. Very powerful early game, going for that level 2 gank. And the fourth and fifth pick by EY, we have Rumble and Lux. So Rumble looks like he's going to be going top. We're going to have that Udyr go in the jungle, and then Lux is going to be mid lane. And Google responds with their last AP pick. AP pick is usually the most important selection as far as the AD role, because AP you can get countered really hard, and it's bad to pick it early so that the other team counters it. So we're going to have Ahri going against Lux mid lane. Very interesting picks. I like this. This should be an interesting game.
Well, as someone pointed out in chat, some of these bans are actually targeted bans, and some of these picks are actually counter picks to some of the mains that the players have listed on their player profiles on the After Hours Gaming website, which you can find at AHGL.TV. And you can go over there to the League of Legends side, and you can see exactly what kind of champions these guys do like to run. There's a whole bunch of Q&A up there. You can learn about the people that take care of our search engines, how they like to play their League of Legends. So that is excellent work from both teams, and I do believe I've said yes for the caster's flag. EY is ready. I believe Google said they are ready as well, and Rooster is apparently the creator. Yes, he is, with that nice icon, and his client crashed. Okay, so
no.
We will be going live in a few moments with these teams, but Google, EY, they're not playing for money, they're not playing for fame, they're playing for charity, and that is the reason that Day 9 TV did start up the After Hours Gaming League. So we are going to have multiple weeks of play matches, and then we're going to be getting into the finals, the semifinals, and the two teams that do end up face-to-face are going to be basically competing for a chance to donate $5,000 to a charity of their choice. And again, those charities can be found on the After Hours Gaming League website. Every team has picked a separate charity, and everybody wins in that kind of situation. Not too sure if he's coming back. 45 minutes? What? Should we remake? Time might have expired. Okay, right. No, I don't think we actually have a timer on here because I don't see one at the top, but that's all right.
Timers, yeah.
Rooster's come back. We have started the game, and now officially we are going to be getting this rolling. So the picks and the bans already done. Thank you for analysis, Mr. PhantomL0rd, and you guys did see the process of their minds of how they're going to go about it. I do see Rooster picking up that smite, so probably going to be that Shyvana top, and in return, I don't see a smite here on Wrecked on that Udyr, which means he will probably be up top against that Shyvana.
Interesting. Well, as I presume, I did say that Maokai is going jungle, and yes, he is. Shyvana going top against Udyr. That should be an interesting lane. more or less it's going to be just the top bruisers farming it out, and dependent on when the jungler of either team gets there first to give that advantage to their team. Top is usually the lane that gets ganked the fastest.
Okay, nah, he changed it. I thought
there
he
you go.
might. I saw the Rumble. I was like, I've never seen a Rumble jungle. And
I've seen it before.
I guess I'm not going to see it today either. So no, Udyr will be in that. It will be still the bruiser top lane, however. And, you know, Sona actually had a lot of attention brought to her from IM Kiev as well. A lot of people on Reddit and the forums are saying Sona may be the next sleeper OP hero.
She is extremely strong. Her early game poke is just phenomenal. I've seen some supports where they don't even level up their heal max first skill. They level up their damage just so they can get all that damage out going in and out of the bush. And just levels 1 to 5, she just excels so well over like Soraka or, you know, Tark. They can't do that much damage.
Well, that Q, I mean, it definitely, this passive aura synergizes very well with the current meta of having a nice attack damage champion in that bottom lane, increases that, and then the Q itself, after you charge it up to the cord, that's a big burst that you can really deliver into your lane, and we're going to have to see what Sona and Miss Fortune want to do up against the Alistar Caitlyn combo here on Google.
My presumptions are, I think Ahri should win the lane. Ahri pre-6 is going to have a little bit of problems with going against that Lux. Lux has, of course, that stun, so if Ahri gets caught in that and Lux is able to do her combo, get the stun off, get her E, get those 2 auto attacks, the proc her passive, and then get her ult, that's just so much damage at 6. But of course, when Ahri hits 6, she has her ult to be able to reposition herself and dodge those abilities. So Ahri, I think, should win the lane. Being an AP mid player, I would see that happening. Although I have seen some really strong Luxes, so do not know what the outcome is going to be 100%, but I'm putting my money on Ahri winning the lane. For top lane, Shyvana versus Rumble. Ooh, that's going to be a lot of action up there, most definitely. Shyvana, I think, would have the most difficulty in that combo. Rumble has a lot of poke. If Rumble gets an early revolver and has that spell vamp against Shyvana, he'll just do so well. Bottom lane, Alistar Cade, of course, that combination we've seen throughout the different tournaments, and of course in solo queue it's extremely popular. Alistar getting that initiation with his headbutt and then palm stomp, and Caitlyn lands a trap right on the bottom where that target lands. The enemy player would then just get stunned and just take so much damage that they would eventually, of course, die if they go through that combination once or twice. Against MF and Sona, MF and Sona have a lot of poke. MF, of course, has that double up ability to poke off a distant minion and then get one of the targets in the back that might be sitting there trying to play passively, and she'll, of course, punish them for that. She does have cleanse, which is perfect because of that combination with Alistar and Kate. She'll have to cleanse out one of those stuns or else she might die. So a very good choice picking up cleanse there. Sona, of course, getting clairvoyance with Alistar as well, so we're not seeing any heal baits this game.
Nope.
Looks like it's going to be just the standard play. And then, of course, Maokai versus Udyr in the jungle. Both of them have some distance closers. Maokai does excel with the early distance closers. Udyr is a late game better. He performs better late game because he's usually tankier and can output more damage than Maokai. But here we go, starting off.
Exciting.
I'm excited too. I'm just gonna have to redo the screen region real quick.
Okay, well, while you guys there on the stream, we do have the lineup. If you're just joining us, this is the After Hours Gaming League. Today it is the League of Legends week number 3 matchup between Google and Ernst Young. We are here, FourCourtJester with PhantomL0rd. PhantomL0rd is going to be your live camera, and I do have a version ready to go for YouTube straight after this, and you can find that on my channel, youtube.com/FourCourtJester. It will also be 1080p, so again, leave us any kind of feedback if it's lagging, if we're too loud. On that note, apparently there's a little bit of a discrepancy between us, Phantom, so you might want to just turn me down a little bit. on your end.
Okay.
And, you know, we will be getting this going. Now, if you guys are here to see, you know, the top of the top of the top elos, you know, this isn't Counter Logic, this isn't Solo Mid, but these are two really high elo companies, you know, in the real world, if you take that into the consideration. Google, really top of their game on the internet. Ernst Young, a great, fantastic, top-tier tax accounting firm. And it does look like, at least I'm in, to the game, and we're ready to go here for game number 1. And as I say that, there's only one game today, so it's a best of 1 series. And FactSet versus Intel will also be reported to the website today, but we will not have any casting coverage today for them. So make sure you root for your best teams, for your favorites, because everything here is for charity, and we do take you know, great thanks to these companies for taking time out of their busy schedules to do this for gaming, for charity, and just being awesome.
And here we see both teams not really moving out as 5. We do have Shyvana going pretty deep into Ernst Young.
That's going to be found! Fortunately, there's no one to back it up, but no taunt, no stuns. Just that glass ball that Ari likes to throw around.
Yeah, and Rumble is going to hold off that opening there and protect his jungler for getting counter jungled at all. He won't get those raises stolen. That's something that the top lane usually does do. Caitlyn, of course, doing the same thing. Malachi going to be hitting his saplings down at race and doing his fast jungle. Start off with taking race and then going up to blue. And we see Udyr is going to be doing the normal as well, starting off at wolves and then most likely doing blue and can be going for an early gank, or continuing his path and then going to red and ganking top.
Either way, no action, at least right off the bat. Coco, he's going to be alright, and he's just going to make his way all the way back to the top. And yeah, just business as normal, very passive early game. Maokai's already finished up those saplings. Now he is going to be heading straight to this blue. Absolute just sitting there ready for that leash. We do have a similar one here for Lux as well. A little bit of attacks here coming out of Plague and Alkin. And pretty standard openings. Except for Rumble. Where are you going, Rumble? What you doing? Is he looking for an invade? I believe he's looking for that invade. He's not going to find one. Needs to start getting to lane if he doesn't want to end up at a little bit of a disadvantage. And everyone else seems to be business as normal.
He delayed there a little bit just to protect Udyr's red. A lot of times they can have the team pull up and take race and then steal red, and then have that huge disadvantage against a jungler like Udyr, who does rely on red quite a bit for getting those successful early ganks. Rumble here getting a lot of poke onto Shyvana. It's going to be a really difficult lane for her, I think.
Well, Shyvana's going to go back in for a little bit more punishment, but yeah, flamethrower versus burning ground. You know, either way, they're just going to pot up, no problem. In the mid, does look like Absolute took a little bit of damage. He's a little bit on the defensive. The lane is a little bit past that mid-river issue. And we do have a ward sit down here, so Debum, yep, they can see you there, boy. They can see you.
Alistair going to have a lot of trouble getting his combo off because that ward is sitting in his bush. And there we go. He sees it. Look at all that damage output by Sona. Just so strong.
So I take Q first.
Yeah. Support that's just most likely going to be played a lot more. I'm surprised that she isn't played that much. Her ult is just extremely strong for later games and team fights, and being able to stun that entire team. Just a really strong
mid.
AP.
This could be the first kill on mid. Got Absolute going in, throwing out the Foxfire. We did have top lane come down, but the flash over the wall ensures Harmonious is just going to be walking away to laugh another day. Gotta be very interested as to the pick there. I mean, Shyvana came all the way down from top, through the river, thankfully no wards, and Maokai is just going to keep running around with his blue and red. So no gank from him. We might have the counter coming out here from Udyr, but hello, ward. They see that, and this will likely not be a tower dive this early into the game.
Yeah, that was a great play by Shyvana top, coming down to help mid. She pushed her lane and had all that downtime, so she just went and helped mid. And here we go. We have Lux's ult. Her flash is burned, so Maokai's going to come right in and get a clean kill with the help of Ari. Very nice job.
First blood to Google on that Lux, no problem. Rannick's getting pushed back a little bit up top. And we do have an Udyr in here. Looks like the ward has actually been cleaned out from this bottom bush, but Udyr just cannot seem to find that opening. He is going to be heading on back. Red and blue just burning out, no problem. Again, Rannick's taking big damage, but at least he's duking it out fist for fist up top, up against that Rumble. And again, just a lot of pot spam going down. This could be dangerous, though. Rooster is going to be heading up top, and we do not have the most of hit points there on top of Rumble. If he can get silenced through his overheat, this could be it. But here comes Rooster with the stun into the Arcane Smash. There goes that flash and the counter, and that's going to be putting us up now 2-0 here for Google.
Yeah, very nice play. Maokai didn't even waste time wrapping around, because sometimes players can go back and forth between here and have sort of a ring around the rosy. He just went straight in with his red buff, taking on that kill, giving the lane advantage to Shyvana, who was losing with the harass. So great job giving that team member the advantage down the lane, and he can go ahead and continue on into the jungle.
This might be a little bit of a difficult situation for mid. Lux, after she did die, she has her boots, her pots, and her Doran's ring, but Absolute is trumping her a little bit there with an extra Doran's ring. So you got to be very careful with these skill shots. You just saw that orb land a big chunk of her health right there. Did miss her own bomb from afar, or light artillery.
Ari did hit 6 now, so Lux needs to be really careful. Ari can get a full combo off and take down Lux. Oh, taking some more poke there. That's really dangerous. She needs to be careful. Top we see Udyr is coming in. Shyvana really low. Oh wow, very nice job. Udyr get a flash stun, but doesn't completely get it off, and Shyvana does get away. Udyr is going in even further, diving in, taking that tower, and oh, he does fall. However, the gold from Team Google is a little bit less. Rumble does get caught right now, and Ari picks that up. Nice and easy.
Right into the binding.
Yeah.
That's alright. Oh, Rumble coming up from her. I was like, what the? Yeah, no, that was Rumble taking some big hits. Here we go. We got a ground slam. We got a headbutt. We're going on to Plague in this bottom. Mokabite even throwing down the net. Although that was probably a little bit of a mistake. The net doesn't exactly do the mega big deeps. But Plague is going to be alright for now. Use the flash. Did not use any cleanse to get out of that, so we still have that panic button at the end. But big pressure, big damage. We're up 4-1 now for Google. The mind games are setting in, and Shyvana is now working away at this top tower. So 4-1 Google, 2 get gold advantage at this point. We're only 7 minutes into this game. Google playing exceptionally well.
Yeah, they are doing extremely well. They should be taking advantage of all of the dragons that come up there now. Already getting a lot of poke into Lux now, getting a full combo off, getting that ignite, but Lux throws up her shield and eats up that damage from ignite, no problem.
Yeah, if we had an ultimate ready for Absolute, it would have been a different matter. But still 20 seconds left on the cooldown. You do got the gank down south, Arcane Smash, and the ultimate going down for Brewster. Great headbutt from that Alistar, and that will be a very dead Pirate Hunter in the bottom lane. Now we did have a trap go down as well. Sona accidentally stepping on that, but we do have this Udyr coming into lane as well. We throw down the ward, and here we go, just as he said. Take advantage of that free dragon. 8 minutes in, probably taking a few seconds, but the pre-9-minute dragon. I feel like we're watching almost Team Solo Mid here.
A lot of teams are starting to realize that when they do have that advantage, they do take it as much as they can into gaining a further lead by taking an early dragon. Maokai falling really low, needs to be careful, but Udyr gets headbutted away. No problem by that Alistar, throwing down a ward, which won't really help because dragon was just taken, so that ward will die before the next dragon respawns.
We should see the next one around 15:30. I think it was about 15:36 to be super precise. But you know, it will be a little bit, but you can check out the gold difference. Still climbing. 3K. We have our Shyvana maybe going to be going in here on the Lux. Lux did pick up a blue at some point, and here we go. We are going to be throwing it in, but we do force the flash. She will live to see another day, but one more gank like that, no flash, ready to save your ass that time.
Maokai's going to be giving Ari the blue now. Giving a late blue to your mid lane is fairly strong. Lux got that blue pretty early after she took a lot of damage from Ari though. Now Ari's going to have the blue and be able to have it a little bit later then Lux. So if she continues to poke and wither down Lux, she will of course have her ult up and be able to take down Lux in a full combo, because she's going to have more mana in the long run.
Missing that light binding in the mid. We are going to be just farming a little bit here for Ari. Now, bottom lane, again, Ernst Young really pushing the lane right up to the tower. I'm not too sure if they have any shopping sprees in mind or just happen to appear that way. But in terms of the items, we have the double Dorans. Actually, before that, mid, we do got the Ari combo going down with the blue. Lots of damage coming out onto Lux. That shield might be the saves her, but the laser brings her to 6 hit points. Wow, what a duel for the ages right there. 6 hit point escape after full combos. Both duelists are going to be heading home for a little bit of rest and relaxation.
Wow, that was extremely close. Ari wasn't able to dodge that because she had used her ult and ate up all of that damage. So close, but Lux is feeling a little bit disappointed now, unable to execute and finish Ari off there and take that blue, which would then put her in the lead so much from having that extra mana, being able to poke. Lux is a super strong poking champion. Of course, Ari is as well, but either champion having blue just gets such a huge advantage in the lane.
Big range, big range. Key difference there, however, is that we did use the Ignite onto our Ari, but Ari still has her Ignite up, ready to go. So might have been the key difference there. But Ranix looks like up top, Shyvana is just taking a lot of heat from Rumble. But Maokai is up here. It was warded, so he's going to be hopefully retreating a little bit farther than that. There we go. Now we're still going to jump in him anyways. Rooster just giving him a nice little love tap. But what I wanted to say was, in the bottom, we got the double Doran Blades on Misfortune, and we already have that BF sword on Caitlyn, so you can see a little bit of the magnitude of farm difference in that bottom lane at this point.
Yeah, nothing really going on right now. When a dragon is down, most teams usually do play passive and trying to gain ahead on that CS.
Directed to the mid again. There's just another combo going down. Laser went down, and both teams just exchanging something. Kind of expected more out of that, but
getting a lot more poke onto Lux there. She's definitely winning that little battle. Lux needs to back off right now and not sit that tower. She could fall down. Ari does have her ult.
But will she tower dive? I don't think she can take so many hits from that tower. She only has about 700 hit points in her pocket. And if she's not careful, yeah, there we go. Another good ward placement. It's going to save her life right here from this red buff Udyr. No, sir, not today. But this could be a turnaround because Shyvana's left top again. But we did see it through the ward, and nobody will die. That's cool.
Both teams do have really strong ward coverage, so able to get those ganks to be prevented instead of falling through and, of course, dying and giving that unwanted gold to the enemy team. Warding is just so important, especially for the mid lane. You do have a shorter lane, so you can run back to your tower to be protected, but of course it's more prone to be ganked because it is the center of the map. Udyr now going to be taking blue. Oh, decides to instead go mid and see if Ari is going to react to that.
Laser going down. We do have Bear Stun coming in. Phoenix Stance going out, but we do got the Foxfire. We do not have a blue ready here for Absolute, but the Turtle Stance absorbing majority of that damage is going to use the ultimate to get out. So unfortunate for a defensive ultimate. She will live. I don't think Shyvana can actually make anything happen here, but no, she's going to charge in anyways, just a little bit of a scare tactic. And we're going to use that spell penetration here from Absolute just to gain a little bit of that health back. So no kills, good attempts. Maybe now that blue handoff is going to go down. But here we go, Rooster with the flash in that bottom lane. Throws down the damage on top of Plague. She did use her lens. She is going to be using her flash, but I do not believe she's going to be getting out of this one. We do got that Clairvoyance going down. We have Udyr coming down, so she will... Oh no, there's an ultimate coming out! Oh, and it does not get hit by anything, but the Lux Shield does leave her alive. We do got the Sona Stun going down as well, but a good headbutt from Mr. Alistar. And again, nobody going down. And was that a teleport? That was a teleport from Shyvana. 50 years too late.
Lux made a incredible play there, saving that MF with her shield. MF probably would have fallen to that. Don't know why Caitlyn held off on using her ultimate, but
believed that Alistar was like, I'll get her, don't worry. And then Udyr showed up. I was like, no, she's getting away. Well, nobody died. Very good coordinations from both teams. I mean, we had the flash stun in from Malka, and then, you know, Udyr was just there at blue with Lux. So it's like, all right, well, you're coming to us. We'll go to you. We'll help you out. That's what teamwork is. That's how we do it. Should have that dragon. Yep, dragon's up.
Dragon is going to be contested here fairly soon if Google does. They do have their teleport down for Shyvana, so that's going to be a little bit risky. Normally top laners with teleport are able to just give that team the 4v5 advantage with quickly taking Dragon as a team. However, Rumbles is also down, so it is quite even right now. They're both at the same time, so it looks like both players teleported to that last fight. Lux is now
I didn't even
top.
see Rumble.
I didn't see it either. He might have just teleported the lane.
Talking about Rumble, though, he's up here. He's throwing down the deeps on top of Ranix, but she's going to be throwing down a lot of harass with this Lux, but unfortunately none of it can seem to stick. Shyvana will live to see another day. She did, of course, have her ultimate and her flash ready to go, just in case. Udyr's up here as well, just camping out top. But since they're all up there, this means this could be a good gank here from the Rooster, because he's in the bottom lane. But we do not have an Alistar. Is it going to be enough? Auto attack. One more auto attack. Nope, we're going to throw out the ultimate. Does not get blocked by Plog. Good body blocking there from Rooster. And Sona will go down. Net coming out. Mocha Bite will be all right. And that's going to put us now at 6-1. This could be the Dragon. We do know a lot of people are up top, and now we have taken down Sona. And you can see them starting it up right now.
Yeah, bottom lane getting taken down. Any kind of harassment taking down their HP pool or even taking one down just lets that Dragon be opened up. And, oh my goodness, look at that damage.
Did she miss?
No, I think she was trying to go for the kill because she was targeting Ahri. Got that combo.
Okay. I thought she was trying to steal the Dragon.
I don't think they didn't have any ward coverage, so there's no way they could have taken Dragon with knowing what HP. But
I've seen blind lasers before.
Oh yeah, of course. I've seen ground pounds from Cho take Baron. I've seen all sorts of stuff. I've seen a blitz grab steal Baron before.
Well, I see Misfortune getting ganked yet again, but Udyr's down here, throws down the stun on top of Alistar. He should be living another day, but a great return ultimate from Misfortune forces Alistar to throw down his ultimate in a little bit of a panic move button, but panic button move. That's alright. They'll get out. 6-1 still. Google's saying, no thank you, we like living. It's all good. And again, this top lane just keeps going back and forth. It's actually kind of a boring top lane, but that's alright. Everyone's alive. It's all good. Now, we are about 17 minutes in, Mr. Phantom. Are we seeing any of those big items come out for these heroes?
We have Caitlyn, of course. The AD role is the most important in the game, with a Infinity Edge over MF, who looks like he's going to be building a Bloodthirster. So Google, of course, has that immense damage advantage with their AD. If they do try to start a team fight, she's going to be pumping out so much damage. Looking at the Ahri mid lane, interesting enough, going for the Will of the Ancients. Lux only has, yes, going for Will of the Ancients as the first item. Both of them, of course, have Sork Treads and 2 Duran Boots. Ahri does win that lane by taking the tower first. She does have blue buff, so that does help out a lot. Shyvana is now counter jungling, and that is strong to take as much advantage away from the enemy team as possible. But Lux does not have a major item yet, so Ahri is so much ahead with that sustain that she's going to have with casting all of her spells. Looking at the rest of the team, we see Shyvana only with a Wriggles versus the Udyr, who does not have a Wriggles yet. So Team Google just ahead by so much in gold right now. 24.5k to 20k. That 4,600 gold proving just to be so strong for the team, and that's why Ahri now has the freedom to move around because her mid tower is down. You're going to see her trying to take the possibly blue here or help bottom lane.
Could go either way at this point, but you can already see, 4,500 gold before 20 minutes. That's a good amount of cash in your pocket. Quite a bit with that, and that is exactly what Google is doing. They're taking advantage, and they are going to find this blue. if nobody figures it out. I mean, we saw them through those wards. Everyone's coming up to this blade, and you can see now Lux kind of interested, like, oh, okay, where are they? And we are going to be throwing it down the bomb. That's cool. There's nobody in it, but no, we have an Ari in the bush, and she's going to throw that entire combo on top of Lux. Is it going to be enough? There's no tower there. We do have Ari just still chasing her down. The shield is going to crumble under the pressure of the Foxfire. And yeah, Ari got to be very happy with that. We do have a teleport down here. Shyvana as well throwing in the ultimate, but we do got Misfortune throwing down an AoE slow. Should be okay. And she's going to return with the ultimate. It is going to take down that Alistar, but so much AoE damage going down. We are going to be dropping the entire Ernst and Young team for the price of an Alistar and a Maokai. I call that a bargain.
Very well done. Those teleports just, of course, Google got their teleport off first. Shyvana got in there, was able to dragon form and just take out that team when 3 of them were grouped up. And great job. Their coordination is going to be a little bit stronger than Ernst and Young. Falling behind, of course, they had that advantage and the gold advantage with items, so I don't know what they're going to have to do now to catch back up. They're going to have to do something really sneaky. Group up as 5, maybe sit in the bush and pick someone off. I don't know what they can do.
That was some pretty insane AoE play right there as well. I mean, they did get 5 to 2 kills more on the board for Ernst and Young, but they did pay for it with that ace. I wouldn't count them down and out quite yet, but 7,000 gold is a little bit of a steep mountain to climb. I'm sure Ernst and Young is up to the challenge.
Yeah, they can still get a Baron steal if Google tries to go for that Baron. A lot of teams, because they're ahead, they try to take those, those key objectives. That will, of course, put them further in the lead. But Baron, known to be stolen every now and then, can get them back into the game. However, if I was Google, I would not risk Baron right now. I would just continue on with the lead, play it safe, continue farming, group up when you can get top tower now, because that's the last tier tower for Ernst & Young, and then just continue pushing as 5. Force a team fight, because they, of course, will win with that gold advantage in items.
Yeah, there's no rush. It's only 20 minutes into the game. Yeah, Baron, he can stew a little bit longer. You got to tender the meat before you throw it into the pot, right? So yeah, he'll just be sitting around. That's all right. A little curious as to Rumble, because he picked himself up, Will the Ancients before even finishing the tier 2 boots, and now a Giant's Belt. So I have to just assume Rylai's at this point. It's a very strong combo, but what do you think for tier 2 boots he should be picking up now that it's 11-3?
I think he's going for that Giant's Belt just to try and win the lane against Shyvana. I think he should have gone for tier 2 boots instead, because that is, as I've said, the last tier tower. Oh, Caitlyn taking a lot of damage now as Alistar leaves the ward and didn't play passive. Mid, we also have a little bit of exchange in damage. Yeah, I think he should have gone tier 2 boots, because that tower is the last one, and they're going to be at some point Google pressuring that lane, and if he gets caught off, he's going to die. So we'll see.
But which boots would you recommend at this point?
Most likely go Merc Treads. Maokai, of course, having that snare in place. Alistar with his combo. You have Kate Traps, and you have that Ari taunt. Everything will be reduced if you get Merc Treads. He's not really the carry right now, so he doesn't need to go for anything other than Merc Treads. Sork wouldn't work, or any other damage ability. Boots. I think it would just be best to go mount. Oh, here we go.
It's that time again. We do have Rooster jumping in with absolute. Oh, Ari dodging the laser with the ultimate. Now we do have an ignite going down on top of Alcan, but that Misfortune, she goes down to this infinity edge on top of Caitlyn, and Ari is able to pick up the kill on top of Sona. And that means that we are going to have Harmonious and Wrecked just running for their lives at this point. So great gank there, picking up 2, and oh, is it that time again? A 3rd dragon in the pocket of Google.
Yep, again, forcing that team fight, catching someone off guard, and then taking that advantage. It's sort of their reward. That's what happens. Google just understanding the game really well right now. And here we'll see them start to group up as 5 and take the rest of the objectives. Looking at the gold difference, 34.5 to 25.9. So
9,000.
far ahead.
Yep.
Caitlyn with 5 kills, 170 CS, MF does have more CS with that 200, but
Yeah, it's kind of curious, but 5 kills is a lot in your pocket.
that is a lot. MF did finish her Infinity Edge to match. She did not go for the Bloodthirster. Smart decision. I think that going for the Bloodthirster would have been poor because they are behind and she won't be able to farm as much. Top we do have a little bit of exchange damage. Shyvana catching that Udyr, not letting him get his double golems and pushing him away. And
Yeah, we've counter jungled quite a bit here with our Shyvana, haven't we?
Mhm.
So she's doing top lane, she's doing mid lane ganks, and she's doing counter jungle. Quite the triple threat.
see Udyr and Rumble trying to punish her for getting so deep in their jungle, but unable to do anything. Shyvana is just, as we've seen from M5 and Kiev, that Shyvana top lane counter jungling is just so popular now.
I guess these guys like to watch the competitive scene.
Maybe. Who knows what they have as far as downtime in the office.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. We probably overload their search engines every time an event goes live. A lot of people like to watch League of Legends as a testament here to today's stream. But yeah, lots of damage, 13-3. We're almost at that 10,000 gold difference mark, and already you see a Null Magic and a Klosh. I gotta think, is she going for a Guardians? Or
Could be.
maybe an Aegis. I think it's an Aegis.
I think it might be an Aegis. Maokai isn't going to be building that. He's most likely going to be going for Frozen Heart. And even maybe a Banshee Fail.
He has a Glacial, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be an Aegis. I don't see him building anything else.
We're just going to totally ignore Rumble as we take our last Tier 1 tower. That puts us up now 3-0 in the tower score, and a score of 13-3 in the kills, and now we have surpassed that 10,000 gold mark. Now you do see Udyr running around. He did forsake his wriggles, just going to be depending more upon his auto attacks with Turtle Stance, and he has picked himself up a Wit's End instead, so still going for a little bit of attack speed, and I see a Chain Vest on him as well. What could Chain Vest possibly combo into in the mind of Udyr right now?
Well, he needs to stack that armor because Caitlyn is, of course, the strongest character in the game right now with 5 kills and 200 CS. So all the damage that she's going to be outputting is going to be so strong because Udyr is a melee champion. He's going to have to go in deep, trying to get all his damage out. And if Caitlyn just sits there in the back and hits him, he's going to fall really fast.
Well, you can see Mokabite almost getting hit by Udyr right there, but it does seem like a team fight is on the agenda. We got an equalizer going down, but we are going straight for Misfortune. She drops Mokabite with the flash, and he's just really staying away from this big pressure. Now we do have Shyvana as well getting stunned, but Rooster for the save, and that is going to be the second ace of the game on terms of Google, and we didn't lose a single employee this round.
And there we go again, they're getting their reward, taking Baron after winning that team fight. Executing those things so well.
You see the pressure that they wanted to put on Caitlyn. You saw Google go straight for that Misfortune. She drops. So they're like, alright, we gotta do the same. We go right straight for that Caitlyn. Flash, net, traps, flash, net. Well, okay, not 2 flashes, but they couldn't catch her. And then we had the rest of our team coming in. We had the stuns and the headbutts and the taunts. They could not touch Caitlyn. She picks up a quick double right there, quick triple right there, with and full health by the end of it. They get the Baron, they get the tower. It's beautiful work.
Yeah, I don't think Ernst Young should have tried to team fight there because they're at such a disadvantage in gold. They of course would not be able to output as much damage as needed and come ahead in that team fight. So a little bit of a mistake there. Understandably going for the Caitlyn, as I said, she is the strongest on Google's roster. So going for her and getting her down first would be the priority in that team fight. But they just kind of bluntly went in and just started a team fight when they should have. They should have been a little bit more strategic. Maybe split pushing might be the answer at this time in the game. That because they're at such a disadvantage, or as I said, 5 of them roaming through the jungle and picking off one member and forcing a 4v5 team fight. That might have been the answer, but going heads up, pretty ballsy move, but of course they did get ace, and that was not the best decision for them. Shyvana, yes, did go for a Guardian Angel. You were right.
I am noticing that right now, just taking a quick look at all the new cash from the shopping sprees. The only time you ever want to get aces is in poker, so we're not playing poker. And I'm sure that Ernst Young does realize that, so no, nobody wants to ever get ace in League of Legends. But let's do a quick overview. Phantom Dancer, we had that for the fight here for Caitlyn, but a quick phage to a Giant's Belt. I think I'm in love, because we're having a frozen mount come out of her. And that is just going to be pretty awesome. And Alistar rocking a Catalyst. So I can't imagine he's going to be hitting a Rod of Ages, probably tanking up a little bit more. Ahri is just 650 ability power, and you don't have to say anything else to that. And yes, a Guardian Angel into almost another frozen mallet here for Sharvana. That's a lot of cash, man.
that is a ton. And Tamer's going to get a lot of poke onto the tower now, but they're going to engage in another team fight. Udyr coming from the left side, getting caught. Ahri getting out with her ult just in time, swimming out, getting focused. But oh, that tower focusing on Shyvana. No worries though, she has her Guardian Angel.
Yeah, she's cool. Oh, those crits! My God, Mokabite becoming legendary, and again, we do not drop a single employee in Google. Ranix, you know, she had a second life. That's cool. Alcan is specified to does. Another kill onto Mokabite. Are we going for the ace? That will be our third ace of the game, and very likely we will be drawing this to a close as we are 23-3 with 18. Wow, 18,000 gold difference, and there's nothing to stop them from this Nexus. Oh me, oh my.
Being so strong at Google.
I was really focusing on the Mokabite right there, our Caitlyn. She was in the back of the fight. Nobody could even go down on top of her. Ahri was the focus of that one, but she cannot hit that trickster box. She just and just beautiful work here from Google. I'm impressed.
As am I. They executed that flawlessly. We saw all of those team fights. Each person positioned themselves perfectly. Alistar, even though he's a support, going in deep to get those combos off to push away either the carry of the other team or set up a combination for his team. Shyvana diving in, of course, with her dragon form, awesome dragon form, getting out a lot of damage, and Caitlyn just sitting in the back, outputting so much damage. Never died that entire game, both her and Ahri position. So Ahri almost died there at the end, but of course her ult gets her that distance away from the fights, and there we see the good games coming out. But yeah, that was a great game. I really enjoyed it. I think Google proved that they were the stronger team, and Ernst Young might have to invest their stock somewhere else.
23-3 overall, excellent game to watch, and 51 assists. You can see, I mean, a lot of assists going down. Caitlyn, however, you know, mostly a kill hog, but that's all right. Everyone was involved in a lot of those fights on Team Google. 51 assists, you know, 10, 9, 3, 11, 18. It was tremendous to watch them play. So, week number 3, Google versus Ernst Young. We are going to be going up 1-0 here for Team Google. As again, there are more games being played, but unfortunately we are not having any stream coverage of them. But FactSet versus, I believe, Intel should be going on right now. Crazy keyboard, man. So we will have all these results and more on the After Hours Gaming League television website. Stay tuned for the VODs. They will be published to YouTube tomorrow morning in the EST. I'm not too sure how fast they will process, but it should be generally available tomorrow, and that will be up on the website as well. And as chat was saying, Google needs to go pro, man. That was really good teamwork on their part.
Yeah, they could be one of the top competitor teams. I see if they put a lot of practice and develop some strategies, they could possibly pull it off.
Indeed. So good games, well played. PhantomL0rd, thank you so much for doing the streaming, helping us out with your DJ services, and co-commentating with me today. It was a pleasure, sir.
Yes, it was. Thank you very much for having me. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Where can people find you out and about the internet?
On Facebook, I just search for PhantomL0rd. That is PhantomL0rd with a 0 in the Lord at the end. And on Twitter, the same thing, PhantomL0rd with a 0 at the end. And yeah, that's where I basically announce my streams and all the other sorts of giveaways and stuff that I do every week.
Good to know, man. And yeah, I am the FourCourtJester. We did, you know, we do hang out every week in a podcast called Beyond the Rift. So we'll be talking about a little bit about this coming up on Tuesday. But you can find me Yeah, on the Twitter, the Twitch, the YouTube, the Facebook, I'm the FourCourtJester. Just all words. You're on the stream, you're watching the VOD, so obviously you know where to find me. Any feedback from the stuff is appreciated, guys. If I do get another chance to work with AHGL and Day 9 TV, see if I can get a few more production value things into there. And, you know, good game, well played. So, next week, next Sunday, about the same time, it should be about 11 a.m. PST, we will have the Week 5 matches going down, so stay tuned to After Hours Gaming League for all the announcements there. I don't know who's doing it, so don't ask, but you know, it will be good stuff. It will be good stuff. These guys do some amazing work, and again, everything here for charity. Big thanks to Google and Ernst Young. And with that, I believe I will say good day to you, sir. And, you know, just, yeah, good day.
Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.